Hello everyone, welcome back. So, this video is dedicated to Carolina Chris Outdoors. If you don't know who he is, you gotta go check him out. I'm gonna put a link in the description. But his last video, he did a little outdoor cooking, and he had shown this little Altoids lighter that he made, little kit, with a waxed jute twine in it, and a little ferro rod. And I thought it was just so cool that I just had to make one. Hope you don't mind, Chris, but I made one. I know Donna also said that she wanted to make one because it really is so cool. So here's my version. It's not an Altoids tin. It's actually a Newman's Own tin. And I did a couple different tweaks. So what I did was I put on a little piece of a 30-06 shell here. Just make it a little bit more fancy. And you got the top, finial top, and then I have a swivel, a little fishing swivel, and just a little piece of brass wire that I braided. And then on the inside, of course, I got a Nathan 4071 ferro rod and a high-speed steel striker. And these are just a piece of dowel I stuck on the end. And then you have your jute twine that's in here that's waxed, okay? And the way you do this is just push a little through, fray up the end a little bit. Let me push a little bit more through. And just kind of get that like that. And then I'm going to light that in a minute, but I'm going to just tell you how I made it. So, like he said, just use lamp parts. You got this little nipple here, and the cap, and two nuts to hold this on. And if you don't have these parts laying around, but you do have a lamp store in your area, or a Home Depot, whatever, you could buy them. If you went to a lamp store, I know the one that I get my parts from, they're very, very inexpensive. I think for these caps, they charged me like 20 cents a piece, and these nipples are like, you know, maybe a quarter, maybe 50 cents at the most. So you could probably throw this whole thing for less than $1.50, throw this whole thing together. Now for the jute twine wick, I didn't have one that was big enough, thick enough. So I took some regular jute twine. I have some here. I'm just going to give you a quick example of how I did it. There's 4 pieces here. Let me see. Yeah, there's 4 pieces here. I think I used 6 on this. I don't remember, but you got to do a reverse wrap. So I have the 4 pieces here folded over. This is a great skill to have. It's a little tricky with my finger, but so you start twisting this to the right. Hold on to this end. Keep twisting, twisting, twisting until it turns into that little knot there. Then hold that in your hand, grab this one underneath, twist it to the right, and fold it over. Take this one, twist it to the right, and fold it over. Hopefully that's showing up. There's a ton of videos on how to do this, but this is the way I like to do it. Fold it under, and then keep holding it here. Twist. Again, my finger is putting me at a little bit of a disadvantage, but you could do this with natural cordage. It's great. I've done it with yucca, and it's really strong. And then just keep going. To the right, twist, and then underneath. To the right, twist, and then underneath. To the right, twist, and underneath. To the right, twist, and then underneath. Once you get going with this, if my finger wasn't disabled here, you could go pretty quick. And you end up making your rope. In this case, it's a wick. Yeah, so I think it might have been 8 pieces folded over. It could even have been 10, I don't remember. But you just make it big enough that it fits in here, not too loose, not too tight. And that was it. That's how I made that. And then I just melted some wax like I do for the wax canvas, and I just soaked it in it. All right, let me clean this up a little bit, bring a little metal tray over, and I'll show you how it works. All right, so you saw me pull it out. And again, I have the wire instead of like a cordage, so it doesn't get in the way. I can kind of fold it out of the way. And also, one other thing, make sure when you drill your hole, I didn't actually drill the hole, I used a Dremel, because this stuff is very, very thin. But make sure when you do it that your cover closes, so you put it way down at the bottom. Plus, that helps facilitate keeping it flat. So let's put this in here. Again, a little bit of a disadvantage with my finger, but hey, you get your ferro rod. And there it is. The Carolina Chris Outdoors lighter. I mean, there's so many uses for this, right? I mean, you can use it as a candle in an emergency. You know, when you have that really marginal tinder that you just can't get lit, you got all of this time in the world to get it going. And I mean, it gets a nice flame. So Chris, I thank you so much for showing that. I think it's really one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So then you just blow it out, open this up, pull it back in. And then after you use it for a while, when you get that char on it, it lights even faster. You just take this, you screw it back on, put your ferro rod and striker back in, close it up, and it's good to go. Well, there you go. Again, Chris is so awesome. And folks, go check out Chris's channel if you're not already subscribed to him. I'm going to put a link in the description, and I hope you all are having a great day and staying safe, and we'll see you on the next one.